In today's video, we will present a complete family tree of the last Prophet Muhammad. He is the prophet whom God sent as a source of mercy and guidance for all mankind until the day of judgment. In this video, we will specifically explore how the lineage of Prophet Muhammad traces back to Prophet Ibrahim and who were the key historical figures in this ancestral line. What were the origins of the Banu Hashim tribe, how it came into existence, and who were the prominent leaders of Banu Hashim? An overview of the marriages of Prophet Muhammad, the number of his wives, and the differences found in Sunni and Shia historical records regarding his descendants. This is Etisham Arshad, and you are watching the animated charts. To understand this family tree, we must go back to the father of all prophets, Prophet Ibrahim, who is considered the second arch-prophet after Prophet Nuh. One of the most distinctive aspects of Prophet Ibrahim is that he holds a highly revered status in all three major religions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. When it comes to his children, Prophet Ibrahim had two significant sons named Ismail and Ishaq. These two sons became the forefathers of two great nations. From the lineage of his younger son, Ishaq, came the 12 tribes of Israel, which later led to the emergence of the Jewish people. On the other hand, his elder son, Ismail, is considered the forefather of Bani Ismail, which later became the Arab nation. In Islam, both of these sons are recognized as prophets of God. However, in Judaism and Christianity, only Ishaq is acknowledged as a prophet, while Ismail is not given the same status. Prophet Ibrahim, following God's command, took his son Ishaq and his mother, Sarah, to Palestine, while he brought Ismail and his mother, Hajra, to the Arabian region. When Ismail grew up, he joined his father in building the Kaaba. It was during this time that the practice of Hajj also began. According to Islamic traditions, Prophet Ismail married a woman from the Jurhum tribe. This was the same tribe that was the first to reach Hajra and Ismail and later settled around the well of Zamzam. A few generations after Prophet Ismail, a person named Adnan was born. He is considered one of the most significant ancestors of Prophet Muhammad. It's said that during his time, both humans and jinn wanted to kill him because the Nur-e-Muhammadi, the divine light of Muhammad, was visibly apparent on his forehead. However, Allah protected him from all harm. A few generations after Adnan came another important figure in this lineage. His name was Fihr bin Malik. He was the most powerful leader of Makkah, and no one could stand against him. Due to his great stature and dominance, he was given the title Quraysh, which means a great fish. Because of his title, the descendants of Prophet Ismail came to be known as the Quraysh tribe. It is well known that Fihr defended Makkah against the Yemeni king Himyar, who intended to relocate the Kaaba to Yemen. As for his children, he had 7 sons and 1 daughter. The lineage of Prophet Muhammad continues through his son Ghalib, who succeeded him after his passing. A few generations later, Qusay ibn Kilab emerged as a remarkable leader in the history of Bani Ismail. He accomplished what no leader before him had. He united all the clans descending from Fihr bin Malik and settled them around the Kaaba. Through his leadership, he became the first common chief of all these tribes. His most notable son was Abd Manaf, who was not only an ancestor of Prophet Muhammad, but also recognized as the second great leader of the Quraysh tribal alliance. Among the 12 children of Abd Manaf, the 4 most significant sons were Hashim, Abd Shams, Naufal, and Muttalib. However, Hashim is regarded as the forefather of Prophet Muhammad. He was the 3rd chief of the Quraysh tribes and the great-grandfather of the Prophet. But viewers, this is where a historical dispute begins, one that started in that era and perhaps continues to this day. The dispute arises from the fact that the only person who challenged Hashim's leadership was his nephew, Umayyah, the son of Abd Shams. Umayyah had the support of several Quraysh clans, which made the rivalry even more intense. According to the famous Arab historian Ibn Kalbi, Umayyah was not the biological son of Abd Shams, but rather an adopted or foster son. However, many other historians reject this claim and consider Umayyah to be Abd Shams' real son. It is important to clarify that Umayyah ibn Abd Shams became the forefather of Banu Umayyah, while Hashim ibn Abd Manaf was the ancestor of Banu Hashim, the family of Prophet Muhammad. Hashim was responsible for providing food and water to the pilgrims visiting Makkah, while Umayyah took on the role of commander-in-chief of the Quraysh forces. Even during the time of Prophet Muhammad, many members of Banu Umayyah were actively opposing him on various fronts, with Abu Sufyan being the most prominent among them. After Hashim, his son Abdul Muttalib became the fourth leader of the Quraysh tribal alliance. He was also the grandfather of Prophet Muhammad. It is said that after the passing of the Prophet's parents, he came under the care of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib. Historical accounts mention that Abdul Muttalib rediscovered and excavated the well of Zamzam, which had been buried by the Jurhum tribe when they were forced to leave Makkah. Additionally, the famous Year of the Elephant, al-Fil, occurred during his leadership. This was when, by God's command, an army of Ababil birds destroyed the army of Abraha, the Abyssinian ruler who had marched with war elephants to demolish the Kaaba. As for Abdul Muttalib's children, he had around 9 sons from his 6 wives, meaning Prophet Muhammad had 9 uncles. Now let's go through them one by one. The eldest son of Abdul Muttalib, and thus the eldest uncle of Prophet Muhammad, was Al-Harith. He passed away approximately 7 years before the Prophet's birth. The second son of Abdul Muttalib was Abu Talib, who became the 5th leader of the Quraysh tribal alliance after his father's passing. Abu Talib and his wife, Fatima bint Asad, had the honor of raising Prophet Muhammad as their own child for nearly 17 years. After the Prophet declared his prophethood, Abu Talib remained his strongest protector, ensuring that no harm came to him despite increasing opposition from the Quraysh. The third son of Abdul Muttalib was Zubair bin Abdul Muttalib, who was known for establishing laws of justice and fairness in Makkah. However, he passed away before the first revelation was sent to Prophet Muhammad. After him, Abdul Muttalib's most significant son was Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib, also known as Abu Muhammad. He was the father of Prophet Muhammad. Viewers, we will discuss him in detail later. Following Abdullah, the next son was Abu Lahab, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad, who became his fiercest opponent. Abu Lahab and his wife played a major role in opposing the Prophet's message. In the Quran, an entire chapter, Lahab, was revealed, foretelling his and his wife's punishment in hellfire. After Abu Lahab, the next son of Abdul Muttalib was Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib, who later became a companion of the Prophet. He was only 3 years older than Prophet Muhammad and was among the wealthiest merchants in Mecca. During the Battle of Badr, the Quraysh forced him to fight against the Muslims. However, after the battle, he was captured and later released after paying a ransom. The Abbasid Caliphate, which was established in the 8th century, was founded by his descendants. This dynasty is considered one of the golden eras of Islamic history. After Abbas, the next uncle of Prophet Muhammad was Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib, whom the Prophet loved the most. Hamza was about 2 years older than the Prophet and had the unique honor of being both his uncle and foster brother. He was martyred in the Battle of Uhud, fighting in the path of Allah. His martyrdom was celebrated by the Quraysh because, during the Battle of Badr, he had killed several of their most powerful leaders. After his martyrdom, Prophet Muhammad honored Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib with the title, Leader of the Martyrs. Viewers, as for Abdul Muttalib's youngest 2 sons, Hajjal and Maqum bin Abdul Muttalib, There is very little historical information available about them. The most significant son of Abdul Muttalib was Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib, the father of Prophet Muhammad. Among his real brothers were Abu Talib, Maqum, and Zubair bin Abdul Muttalib. The rest of his brothers were half-brothers, meaning Prophet Muhammad had only 3 paternal uncles who were full brothers. Abdullah married Amina bint Wahb from the Banu Zuhra tribe. However, just a few months after their marriage, he passed away at the young age of 25. A few months after Abdullah's passing, Prophet Muhammad was born, the final messenger and seal of the prophets. When the prophet reached the age of 7 or 8 years, his mother, Amina, also passed away. After this, he was first cared for by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and later by his uncle, Abu Talib. According to historical sources, Prophet Muhammad had a total of 11 wives. Viewers, when it comes to the children of the Prophet Muhammad, there are significant differences between Sunni and Shia perspectives. According to Sunnis, the Prophet had 4 daughters and 3 sons from only 2 of his wives. They believe that his sons included Qasim, Abdullah, and Ibrahim, while his daughters were Zainab, Ruqayya, Kulthum, and Fatima. On the other hand, Shia scholars accept that the Prophet had 3 sons, but believe that Zainab, Ruqayya, and Kulthum were not his biological daughters. They consider them adopted or raised under his care. According to the Shias, Fatima was the only biological daughter of the Prophet. Prophet Muhammad's eldest son, Qasim, passed away at the young age of 3 years. After him, the eldest daughter Zainab was born. She was married to Abu al-As ibn Rabi, the son of Hala bint Khuwaylid, who was the sister of Prophet Muhammad's wife, Khadija. From this marriage, Zainab had 1 son, Ali, and 2 daughters, Umama and Maryam. After Zainab, Prophet Muhammad's next 2 daughters, Ruqayya and Kulthum, were born. Both of them were married to the 3rd caliph, Uthman bin Affan, which earned him the title Dhul Nurayn, meaning the possessor of 2 lights, because he was married to 2 daughters of the Prophet at different times. From Ruqayya, Uthman had a son named Abdullah, but Kulthum did not have any children. After them, Prophet Muhammad's youngest and most beloved daughter, Fatima Zahra, was born. Among all his children, the Prophet loved Fatima the most. By the command of God, Prophet Muhammad married Fatima to Ali bin Abi Talib, who was the Prophet's cousin and one of the earliest converts to Islam. Since all of Prophet Muhammad's sons passed away at a young age, his lineage continued through his daughter Fatima and son-in-law Ali. Ali and Fatima had 3 sons and 2 daughters, but the most significant among them were Imam Hassan and Hussein. The descendants of these 2 brothers are known as Sharif, and they can still be found in various parts of the world today. Viewers, it's important to note that Imams of all sects of Shia Islam trace their lineage back to Imam Hussein ibn Ali. After Fatima bint Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad had 2 more sons, Abdullah and Ibrahim. However, both of them passed away just a few years after their birth. Viewers, where are the descendants of Prophet Ibrahim living today? To watch a detailed video on his family tree, click on the video on your screen. Thank you for watching. See you soon.